Hey everybody, we have an Australian Labradoodle puppy birth announcement video for you today. In today's video, we're going to introduce you to the 7 medium-sized Australian Labradoodle puppies from the Calico Quilt litter. We're going to go through each of the puppies, tell you a little bit about each of them. We're going to tell you about the whole whelping experience of these puppies, and we're going to give you an update on Mama Callie. Hi, I'm Claire from Isle Labradoodles, and these medium to small standard Australian Labradoodle puppies are just 24 hours old. So Callie started going into the early stages of stage 1 labor, a little bit in the evening on Wednesday. Today is Friday. She was showing us just very, very minor signs. I let everybody in the litter know that maybe she was getting ready, but I wasn't 100% convinced that she was actually serious. So she was a little bit restless. She had a couple of moments of panting, nothing like we normally see from the girls, and she did a little bit of half-hearted digging. Again, nothing like the girls usually show us. So when we went to bed on Wednesday night, there was Callie right beside us, and off she went to sleep. And then at about 1:30 in the morning, she was doing a little bit of soft barking. So I just let her outside. We're fortunate with our bedroom. We have a deck right outside of our bedroom, so I can easily open the sliding door and just pop expectant mums out there. So off she went, and she wandered back and forth on the deck, came back in, settled down again for a bit, and then she was up again at about 2:15. Nothing serious again. And then at about 3:30 in the morning, she was starting to show me that, yeah, I actually am getting a little bit into the mood for having puppies. So at 3:30, I brought her in and went back to bed, but one ear and one eye open. And then just before 6 a.m., I could hear her really rooting around and making some serious noises. So we got up and the first puppy arrived. She did a fabulous job delivering her puppies. Yes, you did. She had actually 8 puppies. We'll tell you the story about that. But she had all of the puppies in 3 hours. And she was very accommodating because I asked her to wait till 6 in the morning. And I said, and hey, let's have them all in 3 hours. And that's exactly what she did. So obviously she was really listening to what I had to say. She had absolutely no issues with any of the birth at all. She was very calm through the whole process. And one of the really nice things was right from puppy number 1, she was very involved with the puppy. She almost licked all of its fur off. She was so excited about cleaning it. And sometimes with our first-time moms, they look at the first puppy or 2 and they're not exactly sure what is going on. So they tend to kind of go, oh, what is that small thing? They don't always understand right away. Oh, it's my baby. Oh my goodness, how wonderful. Kiss, 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 kiss. Lick, 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 lick. And she was more than happy to offer her milk bar. And Callie has a very plentiful milk bar. You can see now that most of the puppies are cuddled up around her. So they're not all nursing. You can see their little faces here, and you can see pink collar is wedged in between myself and Callie. So they're not all nursing all the time. There is room for them to all line up together as long as one uses the underneath back teat there. And they're starting to figure that out. Now these little puppies, these are some of the most robust, chubby little puppies that right from the moment they were born. Callie did so well during her pregnancy. Her guardians report to us that she never had any issues with her eating. She had a great appetite. She was in a really good condition with beautiful weight on her when she arrived. Now you can see now, because Callie's had all of her fur taken off, that you can see her backbone a little bit here. So she's thin now that she's delivered them all, but oh, she's having no problem quickly, well, she will quickly put the the weight back on, as she has a fantastic appetite. She is eating about 4 to 5 times what she normally would eat. Now, Kelly's a big girl. She is our biggest Australian Labradoodle mama that we have. These puppies are all going to be a really nice size. And because Callie is such a good size, of course we expect her to eat more. So we have a niece right next to us here in the whelping room, in the maternity room. And Anise is a mini. So Anise is less than half the size, half the weight of Callie. And of course, Anise eats about half as much as Callie. Right now, Anise is eating a little bit less even than Callie, because Callie's just here on her first full day of being a mom, and so she is using a whole lot of calories. I'm just going to bring these puppies who are under my leg here out to the front so everyone can see them a bit more. Now, the puppies, of course, they're all born with their eyes and their ears sealed shut. The only sense that is working when they're first born like this is their nose. They can smell. And the other thing that little baby puppies' noses have is heat sensors. And that is how they find the milk bar, they find one another. And when I'm in the box like this, they have no way of discerning whether I'm the milk bar or that's the milk bar. So you'll see them head over towards me quite often, snuggle up with me, and think that I am actually Callie. As they get older, of course, they learn to differentiate between the different smells that they encounter, and their other senses will come along as time goes by. Now, you'll see when you're looking at the puppies right now too how wet Mr. Purple Collar is here. And that's because you can watch right now as Callie's licking Yellow Collar. I think, oh, that's not Yellow Collar. I'm not sure who it is, but oh yeah, it is Yellow Collar. And so what she's doing right now is stimulating the puppy to eliminate. So not only can they not see and not hear, they also can't eliminate on their own. So mom looks after all of that. Now, part of the benefit for this is, first of all, it keeps the box area very clean because mom consumes everything, but it also leaves no odor anywhere. And that's the actual purpose behind this behavior. Because were the puppies born outdoors, as dogs would, were they not being cared for by a person, then that would eliminate any scent that a possible predator could detect. So mom does this for the first, pretty much till the puppies are 3 weeks old. And you'll find some mums, they'll continue to clean up after their puppies. In fact, most of our mums do, right until it's pretty much time for them to go home if they eliminate in the nest area. Now, by the time our puppies are older, by the time they're moving into the doodle den, they're already going to be starting to learn not to eliminate in the nest area. And we'll talk about that a little bit more as that time comes. But for now, all that matters is that the puppies are here, they're happy, they're healthy. Reynold was up 5 times during the night with them last night. And the main reason for that is, even though this whelping box is very small, as you can see with Callie and I in here, there's virtually no square footage for anything else. The puppy still can wander off. And this one here, Miss Pink Collar, is the main culprit. Now, Pink Collar talks quite a bit. She is going to be quite a communicator. That may change as she gets older, but for now, she's the communicator of the group. So even if she's lying quietly by Callie's side, she does still sometimes make enough of a noise that it alerts you to, okay, we better come and see what's going on. We have a baby monitor, and it also has sound and video, so we can see. But when the puppies make a sound when they're this age, we always want to come in and make sure something's not going wrong. Maybe somebody's on top of them. Maybe their collar is bothering them, something. You just don't want to leave it to chance. You want to always be coming and making sure that all is well whenever you hear any sort of sound. Now, I was so tired yesterday that I slept through all of it. So Reynolds had all of the night duty, and I didn't hear a thing. And apparently, even just before I got up, Callie was barking, and I didn't hear her then either. So lucky for the puppies that Reynolds is here to hear all of this. Hello, are you poking your face through? Now, let's talk a little bit about the whole whelping process. Like I said, it was very quick and easy. Started at 5:58 a.m. and ended at 9:03 a.m. The puppies are all quite consistent in size. The smallest puppy in this litter, there are two. It's a tie. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's not. It's the last born male is the smallest, light blue collar. We'll introduce you to all of them individually. But light blue collar, the last born, is the smallest. And the biggest puppy in the litter is the third born, and that's blue collar. Interesting that the blues are both the smallest and the largest. And blue collar, dark blue collar, is 316 grams. So these are pretty good weights for mini Labradoodles. And I said earlier, these are medium to small standards. When we do sizing, it's not on weight. Most people and families like to know how much is the dog going to weigh and use that as their judge. But what you have to keep in mind is you can have a dog who's Callie size who could easily weigh 55 pounds, and you could easily have a dog her size who weighed only 38 pounds. So it's not really the best way to determine the size of the dog, because were the dog 55 pounds, it would be much bulkier. It would be a fat dog. It might have a heavier chest and a heavier rear end and just be a much more solid dog. Oh, the Callie's very solid. She's just perfect. And if the dog was 38 pounds, it would be quite thin. It would be maybe a dog who does a lot of triathlete work with its owners or something like that. And it would be too thin in my personal opinion. So what is the more reliable guide is where they come to off the ground at the top of their shoulder. So this is where their shoulder is. You can feel it. And you measure from the ground right up to the top of their shoulder. Not the top of their head, the top of their shoulder. Hello, beautiful. Thank you for being my demonstration model. That's how we determine the size from mini, medium, and standard. And I anticipate there will be a puppy or two in this litter who will surpass the 19 inches, which is the cutoff for medium, and move into more of the 19.5 or the 20-inch range. So once they're in the 20 inches at the shoulders, then they are classified within the breed standard as being a standard size. So now let's introduce you to the puppies, because that's really the fun part and the reason why we're all here. So for each of our videos that we do each week, we're going to go through the puppies in birth order so that it's always the same and it's always fair. And now that you've seen them a bit, I'm just going to put my other leg out here a bit before it goes so far to sleep that I can't get up afterwards. So it is a little, oh, and Telly's going to give me a nice foot wash in the meantime. Thank you, Cal. So the firstborn puppy is Yellow Collar. He is a boy, and he is a chocolate phantom. Now I'm going to hold them a little bit closer to Callie rather than right up at my shoulder, because they are just 24 hours old and she is a first-time mom. Well, she might trust me enough. Okay. She's good with it. She's not worried. So there you can see this little handsome fellow. Now you can see by this body condition what I mean about these are robust puppies. Look at the roundness in these puppies already. They already have those nice juicy puppy tummies going on. Holy smokes, they are having no problem with the nutrition they got in utero plus what they're getting now at the milk bar. So this little guy is a chocolate phantom, exactly the same as Callie is. So he's chocolate with these tan points on his legs, side of his face, above his eyebrows, and across his chest here. And Mr. Yellow was born at 5:58 a.m. and he weighs 268 grams. So as I said, he is just the firstborn and just a doll. And he's got a little tiny bit of a white goatee there. So we'll see a little bit of that as he gets older. There you go, handsome. Then next we had Pink Collar Girl. And this is the girl I was telling you about who is the spokesperson for the litter. And she's also the only party in the litter. So having a party was a little, not a total surprise, but it wasn't particularly likely that we were going to get a party. But look what we did, yay. And how cute is she? I just love those chocolate markings on her face. And of course she has one of my favorite markings, if she'll cooperate here, which is is that little beauty mark there, that little booty spot, yeah, for my beautiful little girl. Now this little lady is also a phantom, I expect. Now this is called a hidden phantom, when they actually have all of the genetics for a phantom, but you don't see it because they're a party, so you can't see all the markings on the white part of them. So we'll just have to wait a bit and see, but I'm pretty sure that she's got those chits going on her eyebrows, and we'll just wait and see. And then she's got these adorable little spots that looks a little bit like an hourglass there on the back of her body. Very pretty girl. And Miss Pink Collar Girl was born at 6:36 a.m. and she weighed 309 grams. And you'll see for most of the puppies here, they're born every half hour, which is really nice. A really nice, steady, good rhythm. Good time for mom to spend with the new puppy, get herself back acclimated again, and before the next one arrives. Next is Blue Collar Boy, and as I was saying, he is the biggest puppy in the litter. Here he is. Hi, bud. And this guy is also a chocolate phantom, but he is what we call a tri. Hi. And the reason he's a tri is because of the white markings that you see on him. So lots of white on the chest, under the chin, up the face. All four paws have white on them. Pretty handsome little dude here. I tell you, you're a very handsome Labradoodle puppy. And Mr. Blue Collar was born at 6:57 a.m. and he weighed 316 grams. And as I said, that is the biggest weight out of all of the puppies. Next we have Green Collar Boy. And this is where the pattern stopped. We had gone boy, girl, boy, and I was hoping for another girl, but Green is also a boy. And Green, oh, he's nursing right now. Oh, I hate to disturb him when he's nursing, but I'll put him right back. Come on, buddy. Here we go. Now, Green, hi, handsome, is very much the same. In fact, he's identical to Blue, but except for he comes in black. Now, what's the difference going forward? You'll find as these puppies get older that these phantom markings on the black puppies will show up more when the dogs are mature than in the chocolate ones. Chocolate changes color and fades a bit, and when it fades, then the tan points become less obvious. There, just wanted to loosen his collar off a bit there. When you've got these collars, you want to be sure that they're not so tight that they're bothering the puppy, but you also want to be sure they're not so loose that the puppy can get their front paw stuck in there. These ones are so small and so elastic that even if they do get their leg through there, it doesn't impede them at all, whereas the thicker ones do. So handsome Mr. Green Collar, our beautiful black phantom tri. He was born at 7:03 a.m. and he weighs 268 grams. Now this is what they weighed at birth. They already weigh more today. Next we have Tan Collar. And Tan Collar is right here. Tan Collar is our first solid puppy. And we went back and got on track and had another girl here. She is the last girl, though. We only have 2 girls. We have 5 boys and 2 girls. Now look at this coat on this puppy. Oh my goodness, it's like a mirror. Absolutely gorgeous, gleaming ebony. This is the classic color, and this girl is a classic beauty. I just love her little face. She has the sweetest little face. Her ears are so precious. Oh yeah, I know. And Tan Collar Girl was born at 7:30 a.m. and she weighed 270 grams. Now our next puppy took a while to be born. This was a change in the pattern, a change in the rhythm. And he was born at 8:28 a.m. And he was a chocolate phantom and he was a boy. Unfortunately, he was born stillborn. So we tried very hard to revive him. We did CPR on him, we did mouth to mouth, and what you do with a puppy is you're very vigorous, trying to get them to breathe, trying to get them to come back. But we also suctioned him out. He was very congested. There was fluid coming out of his nostrils. So we sucked all of that out and tried. We kept him very warm. We have a couple of products we can give that sometimes are just enough of a whoop to get the puppy going. Unfortunately, all efforts were unsuccessful with him. When he was born, his lips and his tongue were already gray, so he likely aspirated in utero, which does happen sometimes, and sadly for our puppy who came after tan collar, this was the case. So after that, at 5 to 9, we had purple collar. So that was a very nice way to recover from the sorrow of the puppy who didn't survive. And purple collar is a clone of the puppy who didn't survive. Another chocolate phantom and a male as well. And he is coming in, as I said, he was born at 8:55 a.m. and he weighs 310 grams. And that's an amazing weight once we're down to the last couple of puppies. And you can see on him, there's that nice plump body that I keep talking about in this litter. And Mr. Purple, you can see, has a little bit of white of a goatee there. And this is the first time he's been upside down, so he won't be too excited about it. A tiny little smidge going down his chest there. I should be checking all these boys and girls and making sure I didn't make any mistakes on what sex they are, because sometimes when you've been awake all night, you can make a mistake. And then last and definitely not least is a light blue collar boy. Now, light blue collar boy is a complete twin to tan collar girl. Another gorgeous gleaming ebony. I just love this classic color. You know, when I first started breeding Labradoodles so many years ago, all of them were black. And as breeders, we were all struggling and trying so hard to have chocolate. And when you had a chocolate, it was like, whoa, look what we did. We also didn't have all the DNA testing then that we have now. So we weren't able to do DNA testing and know, oh, that this chocolate girl can also produce cream puppies, or this black dog can also produce chocolate and cream. We had no idea about any of those things back then. We had no way of knowing if a dog was going to produce a party, and phantom wasn't even heard of. Nobody had a phantom in those days. So things have come a long ways with Labradoodles. And one of the sad things to me is that along the way, the blacks disappeared. I just absolutely adore black puppies. They are such a classic, gorgeous color. They retain that beautiful richness of their color for their whole lives, and they're just the prettiest things in the world, or handsome, I guess, for you. So it is a personal favorite of mine. And little light blue collar was born at 9:03 a.m. and he weighed 245 grams. So as I said, he was the smallest, and that's not unusual for the last puppy to be the smallest. We've had a few litters lately where the last puppy was the biggest, but this is the sort of more traditional sort of scenario. So I'm just going to see if I can get him here on a place at the milk bar. Don't know if he's hungry or not, but we'll just make sure he's got first choice. I always come in, check throughout the day, so we make sure that everybody's getting a spot at the milk bar, everybody's doing well, nobody's being left out. Look at how well Yellow can move already. I mean, this puppy's 24 hours old and already scrambling right across the box here to get to the milk bar. So we weigh the puppies every day when they're this age. And starting today, we will also give them a probiotic, which we'll talk about a little bit more in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed seeing all the puppies. If you are one of the lucky families on this litter list, you'll also get a video this week from me that will be talking about how to get all set up at home for the arrival of your puppy, how to set yourselves up and your puppy up for success. Because we want your puppy to complement your life, not complicate it. So we hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you have a sec, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and be sure you click on that bell icon, and that way you'll be notified every time we have a new video. We try to tell you something a little bit new and interesting in each of the videos we do. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again next week when the beautiful Calico Quilt puppies turn 1 week old. Yes, that's a good mom.